Yeah, and I just wanted to go into the talk today, and you brought up a very good reference for it. You can't reach your goal if you don't know how to go there. I'd like to start with a question into the round here. Who of you is currently on a cloud journey? Just raise your hands. Okay, it's roughly 50% of people. And who of you is following a clear cloud strategy by doing that? Probably? No? Unsure? Okay, you? More or less? Okay.
In the 50%.
Yeah, it's another 50% here who think they're on a good journey and then following a clear transformation strategy here. So first of all, let's set the stage on what I will be talking about today. I will be talking about a case where we helped Europace, which is a financial services customers of ours, transform from an on-premises business into a cloud-first and cloud-only business. Just to give you some ideas on how large the environment is we're talking and what kind of challenges might occur. We are talking with about a customer, Europace here, which has around, well over 800 customers from the FSI sector. They basically do the management of financing products for people that are willing to buy houses around Germany and the DACH region. They have on their platform a transactional volume of 102 billion euros, and they see 20 million requests on their platform per day, which basically translate to 14,000 requests per minute. Why is that important to keep in mind? Because with this, and we will come to that, they are a B2B to C business. And basically they have the demand to be always on, and they have to have a reliable platform and follow a clear strategy on how to reach that. We as the TechRacer Group are their partner to help shaping the cloud transformation. What we learned over the years is that moving into the cloud is not solely a technical problem. It's easy to move systems onto other hardware, basically. You can use your on-premises environment or you can use the cloud. If you don't transform your business, you will not get the most benefit out of it. And one very, very crucial point to enable this people and culture shift into your corporation is training your employees and making them aware and able to work with the cloud systems they are transforming into. And this is why we are not only a consultancy partner, but also a trainings partner, where we help shape the trainings plans for the organizations on how to bring the employees towards cloud-native systems and how to work with them. With large-scale projects, you will also see that project management is key. You need clear stakeholders within the organization or within your transformation partners. That's why we're offering project management. And in the meantime, you will have people that are fairly good at working with IT systems on premises and can operate these systems. During the transformation and enabling process, this takes time. And if you want to move fast into the cloud and adopt new technologies, you might want to have a service provider that is able to manage your cloud systems while you move your people and enable them on their journey. So let's look at the drivers for cloud migration for the Europace case. They saw on the market they need to be flexible and agile, right? They need to push new features to the market. And to do so, they made the cultural shift within their company to move towards a DevOps first, cloud first strategy. And they gave the product teams for all of their internal products they're developing the ownership of the infrastructure. So they eliminated this day two operations team. They break up silos. They moved into very own and very agile teams there. They also moved towards AWS managed services, where AWS is managing a lot of the heavy lifting under the service. For example, managed database services and stuff, because they don't want to spend their crucial time on IT operations, but focus on business value, focus on products, focus on customer pain points they want to eliminate in the future. As mentioned earlier, they are an always-on company. There are no maintenance windows. there is less predictable load because of the B2B2C business model they are facing, and they are not able to just shut down a service or product because they're all interconnected, and they needed to have an environment that supports them by doing so. Yeah, and they wanted to be always ahead because they wanted to build business value. And for that, they choose AWS as the technology platform to adapt new services and new, cutting edge technology AWS is pushing into the market as the hyperscaler. So if we look at the timeline is very interesting because they first started in defining a cloud strategy and had a strong management commitment in 2018. Where they began to move their cloud journey forward. In 2019, they engaged with us to create an AWS landing zone. A landing zone basically is a security concept, what you bring in first to have a secure environment for your cloud operations. And well, this took them a year, basically, to bring it in for their regulated industries and follow all of their governance and compliance requirements they are facing here. And then very early after they built the baseline and enabled their teams to work with the cloud infrastructure, they started migrating the first crucial workloads into the cloud. Why the crucial ones? We'll come to that later, but the crucial ones are there to gain experience. And if you're not able to move your critical and crucial workloads into the cloud, your cloud journey possibly will not be a success in the long term. After 2020, in 2021, the management as well as the teams decided to move into the AWS Migration Acceleration Program and execute a large-scale migration of 767 VMs to AWS with our help. This was just the large-scale migration part, but all of the hard work in between, we will come to that, what we did with them. End of 2022, all workloads are successfully migrated from the on-premises environment into the cloud. That's the success part here. So let's look at what an AWS landing zone can do for you. AWS is structured in accounts, and these accounts are there to give you some idea on how to structure your workload, how to have data governance, identity and access management, security in place. And by building a landing zone, you will have a compliant multi-account setup that is tailored for your industry. We as TechRacer build a product for FSI, which always incorporates all the regulatory that is necessary for this industry. How to achieve this compliant and secure multi-account setup is by leveraging a feature which is service control policies. You can decide with these policies which regions in AWS you can use, which services you can use, and how these services need to be configured to be compliant within your regulatory and compliance requirements. Also, we always follow standards and best practices from the industry as well from AWS and their customers. All that is nothing worth if you not monitor and alert on deviations. So it's crucial to have a tooling which is automated to monitor all your compliance requirements and the use of services as well as their configuration. So our solution here builds that in and gives you the capability to alert whenever you deviate from what you define in the first place, which also awarded us the financial services competency. So let's look at the key takeaways for Europace. Why was their migration a success? Nevertheless, it took them 4 years to completely finish their journey. The first step is they had a clear cloud strategy and identified owners within their management as well as in the technology, which gives them commitment and ownership to execute on the cloud journey. The second part, and this is where we say technology is not the key driver for technological change or move to cloud, was the enablement of their teams. People and culture is always the key to a successful cloud transformation. You need to have trainings and enablement sessions, and you should start as early as possible in the process of moving towards the cloud and not to lose any time. So your employees will be the ones driving this change. And then, as we saw, migration experience and migrating critical workloads in the beginning and very early in the case shows you and, well, gives your teams the experience to move further, step by step with the next use cases, and in the end, do a large-scale migration. And then coming back to, well, you could just technologically get all your infrastructure on premises, put it on someone else's computer. This is not what a migration should look like or a transformation should look like. You should modernize the workloads wherever you see a fit. And Europace just did just that. Basically, they were hosted on premises on Linux and Windows servers, mainly Linux, and built their products there. They were fine, they were working, some of them were monolithic, others aren't. They modernized towards cloud-native technologies. They moved into a Docker environment, they built in serverless functions wherever they saw fit to focus not only on the technology part, but modernize towards a streamlined AWS environment while focusing on your business targets and on the business value you want to deliver for your end customers. So that is the key takeaway, which is also important. Not just use what you have on premises, put it on someone else's computer, but make the most out of the cloud and benefit from all the different key factors the cloud can offer you. Leading us to a thank you. Thanks for participating. Hopefully, I'm just going to ask the same question because we have some more people in the room again. But thank you for listening, and I hope you have an idea on how to move forward with the cloud journey.